Alright class, today is one of those special videos where you get to tell me if I've lost all of my humanity and compassion, because we take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade shooting and we all say, obvious tragedy, because people were just showing up to celebrate their favorite football team winning another Super Bowl because yes, unfortunately for everybody, including me, a Broncos fan, Patrick Mahomes is the reincarnation of Tom Brady and we're going to have to deal with him for a long time. And we all laugh at the dummy who, based on the facts at the time, wanted to blame all of this on conservatives being inspired by Fox News to hate Taylor Swift.
Thank you, fucking Fox News. I wonder which fucking side of people got their whole base whipped up into a frenzy because they were mad about Taylor Swift.
And we all laugh even harder when he backtracks all of that because, yes, doing that is a dumb thing to do, and it's very fun to laugh at stupid people for that. But we take a look now at the suspects because the family members have decided in their infinite wisdom to try to start GoFundMe's and donation pages for the hospital bills, playing on the sympathy of a lot of things are struggling to make ends meet and the economy and food and hospital bills are so expensive, yada, yada, yada. And a fool would look through GoFundMe and see that and say, oh my God, let me donate right now so that I can help you, dear citizen. And I believe one of those GoFundMe's got $100 and the other one got $85. The problem is both of those have been taken down, obviously, because when people found out that the people behind those GoFundMe's are the reason why one person is dead and other people were injured, of course people reported that, because how low do you have to be to prey on individuals' emotions to the point where you paint it as if they're the victim struggling in the hospital when one of them is admitted to how all of this played out? And when you read the reasons why, it does not make you want to give any money towards this motherfucker. It makes you want to sit there and laugh at him and say, ha ha, that's what the fuck you get, and how dare your family members try the sympathy role.
Seek to hold every shooter accountable for their actions on that day.
Prosecutors charged two new adult defendants nearly a week after the deadly shooting that followed the Chiefs' Super Bowl rally. The second-degree felony murder counts followed charges filed against two unnamed juveniles, bringing to four now the number of suspects charged. I'm John Holt.
And I'm Christelle Bell. The murder charges are for the death of innocent victim Lisa Lopez Galvin. Fox 4's Lexi French is outside the Jackson County Courthouse this evening with details on the men and their charges. Lexi?
Yeah, Christelle, John, these new charges are against two adults that investigators had not talked about up until now. Today, Jackson County prosecutor Jean Peters Baker announced that Dominic Miller and Lindell Mays have been charged with second-degree murder, among other charges. Now, those two are still in the hospital as they were wounded during the shootout themselves.
While both adults are charged with murder, the evidence tells us that it was Mr. Miller's firearm. Mr. Miller's firearm struck Lisa Lopez Galvin.
Court records say Mays got into an argument with someone else after the Chiefs' Super Bowl rally. Prosecutors say there's no evidence that Mays and the other person knew each other. The argument escalated in a matter of seconds. The prosecutor says Mays pulled a handgun, and almost immediately others, including Miller, also pulled guns and started shooting. During the news conference, prosecutors read a statement from the family of Lisa Lopez Galvin.
The effort and dedicated hours spent to expeditiously investigate this senseless act of violence is extremely commendable. It is reassuring for our family and the entire community to know that this joint team effort has resulted in the identification of the suspects involved. Though it does not bring back our beloved Lisa, it is comforting to know that the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office and the KCPD made it a top priority to seek justice for Lisa.
The prosecutor says while they are still investigating, forensics showed it was Miller's gun that killed Lopez Galvin. And she said they're not done charging everyone.
Our investigation continues at full velocity. Teams of detectives are working non-stop to ensure that anyone else responsible for the shooting is apprehended and that they receive the maximum punishment.
Miller and Mays charges are in addition to charges against two minors in family court on gun-related and resisting arrest charges. We don't know much about the teens yet, no names or ages, because they have not been certified to stand trial as adults. Prosecutors will not say if the juveniles knew Miller or Mays. And detectives want to hear from anybody that was hurt running away from the shooting after the rally. Even if it was a broken bone or a sprained ankle, the Kansas City Police Department wants to hear from you if you were impacted.
It does not work out for people like you. The only thing that works out for people like you is a jail sentence or a bullet wound. And that may sound mean for some of you, but understand where I'm coming from. This is an idiot, and the other one is an idiot too, that inspired themselves to do something very dumb to the point where a time of celebration and having fun was ruined based off of their dumbass actions. And I believe one of the people that was with one of these two parties was trying to get this to not happen by saying something along the lines of, it's completely stupid what you are doing right now. And when you compile all of that and you see the situation play out the way it did, and then you see GoFundMe's being made for these motherfuckers, it makes me think, wow, what dicks who don't deserve anything but to be mocked and to meet the consequences of their actions. I might be the cynical prick in the room who has lost all sense of humanity and compassion and care based on all these YouTube videos I've done over the years, but I'm looking at this and I am saying, I don't want them to get any money from the general public. If you want those hospital bills paid for, get on a payment plan or pay it all at once with your own fucking money. Because to think the community which you put at risk and in harm's way is supposed to help you is the most foolish shit under the sun. And I hope the people who gave that $100 and that $85 respectfully get that money back and they never have access to GoFundMe again. Because if you're willing to give money to people who get in situations where they take lives, I have a fucking house to sell you and it has nothing in it, but I'll lie to you and say it is everything you ever wanted in a dream house. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Let me know if my humanity has been taken away from me and my compassion has died out, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.